I'm gonna just my phone. Talk about recovery and like what foods that you eat when you're sick to like help heal your body faster and like recover and still take care of your body when you're not feeling your best. And so I just wanted to kind of go over like the ideas that I have, like things that I try to keep on hand when I'm doing it, and then open it up and see, if Leah has anything to add, or Isla, you have anything that you like when you're sick. And it doesn't have to be like a Fitme plate, but things that make you feel better. So the things that I have, bone broth, I always keep that on hand. I like to make it and then freeze it in like mason jars. And I just drink it. When I heat it up, I drink it out of the mason jar. But you could also add rice to that or have it plain, or you could add, celery and carrots to that so that you're getting some, nutrients from fruits and vegetables, but put it in, like saute them maybe with some onion. Garlic is also really good for your body when you're sick. And add those things to your bone broth. Chicken noodle soup, of course, like you can make it from scratch with a whole chicken and then use that chicken carcass to make bone broth, because we talked about that I think last week when we were talking about chicken. Shredded chicken thighs, like it's important to still get in protein. It's important to get in lots of fluids. And protein oatmeal is good too, because it's filling and it's kind of comfort feeling. Smart water is a really good one, because you want to make sure that you're hydrated and you want to make sure that the water that you're drinking is being absorbed efficiently. And so adding those electrolytes, especially when you're sick, is really good. And smart water, or like Essentia, or I'm trying to think of some of the other, waters that have added electrolytes and stuff. So that you're not getting like sugar and stuff from Gatorade, but you're still getting the benefits of that. And then things you look fine. Kombucha, because our gut health is really important. Our immune system lives in our gut. And so making sure that you're taking care of your gut health while you're sick. And greens are a good prebiotic food. And so you want to eat prebiotic foods too, to go with the probiotics. So any fermented foods, if you can stomach them, some fermented foods, like I wouldn't eat sauerkraut if I was sick, just those kind of things, but you could always just take probiotics as well. And then tea, hot tea, decaffeinated tea, those kind of things are really good for you when you're sick too. So green tea has antioxidants. Yeah. Dark berries are good. And also, dark beer.
Dark beer.
Dark beer is good. No, don't drink dark beer when you're sick. Dark berries and like pomegranates and things like that have a lot of antioxidants in them are good for you. So I'm curious to hear if anybody, Leah, do you have any foods that you like? I'll mute myself so that you can't. Here, just talking to mine.
I literally, okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Sorry. I literally have always said this to myself when I'm sick. Nothing's off the table. Like I can eat whatever I want because God damn it, I'm sick. And if it makes me feel good, I don't give a shit if it's cake or cookies, or literally I've never gone into a sick season thinking like, what am I going to eat? And it's a good realization to have, actually. Like I've never even thought about it, because I know why I crave those foods. I crave those foods because I don't feel good and I probably haven't been, eating properly, and I want the quick sugars and stuff like that. And I ultimately end up feeling really shitty afterwards. And so I think that this is a good topic for me, because like I said, I just eat whatever I want when I'm sick. I feel like it's my one freebie, and that's not really
well, I think a lot of
beneficial.
Yeah, I think a lot of us do that though. I think that that's like, we want the comfort food. We want, and if there's nothing wrong with like having some of those things, but at the same time, making sure that we're eating things that are, hey, don't pull the blanket. Making sure that we're eating things and drinking things that is going to help our bodies to heal faster. And so we already feel crappy. If we eat a bunch of sugar, we're going to feel worse, and it's going to take longer for our bodies to heal. Especially because sugar is not good for your gut health. No, sorry, the dog is like going bonkers. Sugar is not good for your gut health. So sugar is something I really do try to stay away from. But I mean, I'll still eat, like we were talking about grilled cheese and tomato soup. I'll still eat things like that. And I mean, like, I'm eating my whole grain bread. I'm having some cheese. I'm having, like, your body needs carbs. It needs fat. Tomato soup isn't terrible. Like, it's good. Like, it makes you feel good. But I think that a lot of us will take, like Leah was saying, like, take that pass, or we're like, I'm just gonna eat all the shit, all my favorite shit, because I'm sick and I'm feeling sad for myself and whatever. But I think that this also applies to, like, recovery seasons too. Like when we're, recovering from surgery or recovering from being sick or have an injury, we kind of go to the, like, that, well, I'm in this recovery season, like it's kind of a wasted season, but it doesn't have to be. And our body wants the thing, like we have to heal ourselves from the inside out. And there's a lot we can do by eating good things as much as we're able. Because I mean, if you're like sick to your stomach, you don't want to eat like a big salad, but just kind of being conscious of that and thinking about it in that same, like, add, don't subtract mindset of, like, let me add some bone broth to this, or let me have this first, and then if I still feel like having a piece of cake because it makes me feel better, then I'll have that. But, like, honestly, when I'm sick, I don't even want cake. Like, that's like the last thing I feel like eating.
I just find that I really want, like, white carbs for some reason when I'm sick. I don't know, or sometimes I'll go the complete opposite direction and be like, well, I haven't been feeling good. I haven't been eating that much. Oh, I'm gonna go with this. Like, I'm gonna lose some weight. I'll go into, like, that mentality, you know what I mean? And that is also not healthy.
Yeah.
And so those are like the two directions. It's an all or nothing thing is what I kind of go into. And it's kind of actually getting into the mindset of, like, what's actually going to make me feel better.
Yeah.
Heal me faster.
Yeah, it's hard too. And I think that having those things on hand, like the frozen bone broth, or like the things that you're like, okay, well, I have that on hand. I don't have to make it. I don't feel good, so I don't have to make anything. Because I kind of go to the place of, like, not wanting to eat. Like, I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And so then I'm really hungry, but nothing sounds good. And I'm like, oh, just go get a pizza or something. And that's just not going to make me feel my best. And so I think just having that, like, on hand, knowing that, maybe just keeping a note and being like, these are the things, if I'm not feeling my best, like, let me add a couple of these things in. Go get some pomegranate seeds from the deli, and, crackers are fine, have some crackers, have some, you still need to eat. That's really important too. That's something of note, that a lot of us will either go all full on junk food or, like, not eat. And it's still really important to eat because our body still needs fuel so that it can fight off what we're, like, dealing with, whether it's an injury or recovery or sickness. So,
have you ever heard that saying? It's like, I can never remember which one it is, but it's like, starve a flu, feed a cold, or have you ever heard that?
Yeah. Starve a fever. No, I gotta look it up.
I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I would always, like, be like, okay, which one do I get to do?
Which one do I starve?
Yeah, which one do
I starve myself?
Like, exactly. Which one do I get to eat? Like, the bagel, the bagel, the English muffin, and the ramen noodles all at once. Those are the kind of carbs that I tend to crave.
Feed a cold, starve a fever. Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's been around for centuries. The idea most likely originated during the Middle Ages, where people believed that there were two kinds of illnesses. The illnesses caused by low temperatures, such as cold, that needed to be fueled, so eating was recommended. And then it cuts off. And then I guess the other illnesses that you're hot, so you have to starve it so that your body cools down, runs out of fuel. But that's not true.
No,
it's an old wives' tale. Don't do that. What about you, Isla? What do you like to eat when you're not feeling good or when you're recovering? Do you think about it at all?
Um, when I'm
You're breaking up. I don't know if I can hear you.
telling me,
There you are.
albondiga soup. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
What kind of soup?
Albondigas. I don't know how to.
Albondigas?
It's like it's like a meatball soup type of thing with veggies.
Oh, yeah.
Like ground beef, but I use ground turkey, and then it has the meatballs. You make them with rice, egg, mint, tomatoes.
Can you post this recipe?
Yeah,
I
you
think
got.
that's
Do you write that down or is it in your brain?
it. Yeah, and I just throw a whole bunch of celery, carrots. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's a chayote. It's like in the potato family, but it grows off a vine. And zucchini, potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. My mom used to make it, so I have my brother make it for me.
Can you post it? I think you talked about that a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah, I talked about it last week when we were talking about the making like chicken, how to different ways of cooking chicken, I think last week. Yeah, that's what we and it's not like, I don't know, us Latin people, I don't have a recipe. It's just kind of like by looking at it, I was like, okay, I don't know how much to put in it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we don't use it. Leah and I don't use recipes either.
Yeah, so that's
Go
why
on
I
so
was
well
like,
in the
when people ask
kitchen.
me, how do you do it? I'm just like, I just do it.
Yeah. Well, next time, like maybe video yourself for us, and we'll create it. We'll create the white girl version. It won't be as good.
No.
That sounds awesome though. Yeah, I like soup when I'm sick.
Yeah,
I really do.
I just like the soup, and I like more the vegetables than anything. And my brother
You're really quiet. Is your hand over your mic? There you go. There you go.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, I like more of the vegetables than the actual meatballs. So that's what I like to
I
eat.
like carbs too. I like rice and stuff. I like saltine crackers and things like that. Really good. Eggs.
Some pancakes with eggs too.
Yeah, I like the protein pancakes are good. Those are good to have on hand. Like protein waffles or protein pancakes, they're easy to throw in the toaster and then have. So you've got like a carb to kind of settle your stomach, but you're still getting some protein for your body to use. Those are good. But yeah, that's really all I got today. Do you have any questions or anything that you want to talk about before we jump off or take our beautiful picture with my gorgeous backdrop from Brooke's house?
Look, I have the same backdrop.
I know. It looks better in my camera though.
It does. It does.
All her knickknacks. We were talking about like all your stuff, Brooke. I was like, she's gonna hear me and think that I'm talking shit about her stuff. I was like, I just hate like stuff, but I love how it looks. Like I love your house, and I'm like, I want stuff, but I just never buy stuff to like set out. Okay. All right, let me take a picture. Issa, you look really pretty.
You go.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Get Brooke in the picture too, Leah. So Brooke can be in. There she is. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Awesome. All right, my love. Thanks for coming. Are you coming to any of the? Are you coming to Washington?
Not. I didn't know you guys were having those events, so I am not. Maybe next year.
Okay, are you
The
on?
Washington event hasn't closed yet.
Yeah, Washington event hasn't closed yet. If you want to come to Washington.
I know, but it's just I can't make it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be missed, but yeah, next year for sure.
Okay, ladies, have a good
All right,
time.
girl.
See ya.
Bye.